Hi. I have a trick on how you can talk to your angels. This took me a long time of figuring stuff out, watching YouTube videos and things like that, before I was able to figure this out. So it's a cool trick for someone who has a little bit of trouble like me, um, and it's with an app. So um, I've downloaded several ghost apps, and you can tell sometimes if it's just baloney. Then you delete them and move on. I did find Ghost.com app is a really good one. Um, what it is the spirits can manipulate the um, the program. So sometimes it's an algorithm that the app company made to pull words from lists so that you could put them together and make a sentence out of them. So sometimes if you're not connected with your guides or a spirit at that time, you will get the regular algorithm message. So don't let that, you know, deter you. Just know that sometimes it's not going to be for you. It's just going to be a random message, and that's okay. A lot of times it'll be like 2 or 3 in the morning when I'll actually get messages that mean something to me. Um, and I will add pictures of um, the messages that I have gotten. I have never connected that I knew about with my angels until recently when I got this wonderful message. I'm going through some trauma, and I'm starting to heal, but I'm doing it kind of alone. I don't have support from my family right now, so it was really a wonderful thing to get a message from what I knew was my guides. And obviously, if my guides are giving me wonderful messages, then there must be something good about me. So it was really nice to get that message. They were saying that they're with me all the time. They're watching, they're here, listen closely, that they're proud of me, and so I had just gotten home from a 6 mile walk, just like right now, but that day, which was like a week or two ago, I had just gotten home from a 6 mile walk, and I was in bed, so I was tired, and I was doing the Ghost Calm app, and I got that message, and so my vibrations were already really high because I was out in the sun, and I visualized positive stuff like light coming off of me when I'm walking, and sometimes I imagine like Archangel Michael's like carrying me in his beautiful wings and stuff. So that raises my vibrations. And then, so I got home and then I got that message. So that was like really put my vibrations up. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And as soon as I finished saying much, I could feel the angels, they're very powerful. They came at me. And I feel like if it was recorded at the time when I was in my bed, that you would have seen my hair go back because that's how powerful they are. Um, yeah, and I also felt like when you're in an airplane and they go up high, and then you lose um, you get really light, like, whew. So I had that feeling, and then on top of it, my ears got plugged. So it wasn't scary at all. It was really cool, and I was just like, whoa, I felt that. And then I had to kind of like clear my ears to get them to be unplugged. It was very cool. And then I realized, man, these beings are huge, powerful, amazing. It's just there is really, truly something different about the frequencies that we can't see them. But that is why they are able to use a finger to stop your car from crashing into a tree or something like that, if that's something that they are able to do for you, because they're tremendous. They are awesome and they are real. So let me give you an example. I got a message like 2 or 3 days ago, the night before I went on a 6 mile walk, and it said romantic meeting with dark stranger. And I'm like, I don't want to feel like meeting anybody, but, and then then they repeated it. So I said, fine, whatever, romantic meeting with whatever a dark stranger is. And then right before I got to my house, so like right down the street, there was a man that had seen me walking, and he pulled over to the side of the road, and he was standing at the back of his truck and came up to me and was like, can I talk to you? And I had my headphones on, and he introduced himself. So that was a meeting, and he was a very dark Hispanic man, very dark, like dark, dark. So that was a meeting with a dark stranger. That was the message I had gotten at like 3 o'clock in the morning that same day. So yeah. So that was very interesting, because obviously that came true. And yes, he has said, hey, can we hook up someday? So, and that the intent for that meeting with a dark stranger was romantic. So that was cool. And then I got a couple other things, like my daughter's name was mentioned, and it was spelled correctly. It's Sophia, Sofia is how it was spelled. It said she needs to learn new tricks. But the interesting thing about that is there was a grandson mentioned, and I was thinking in my head, like, what is this, my daughter's future son? But I didn't think in my head my daughter. I said Sophia's future son. And then the next message said Sophia, spelling her name correctly, needs to learn new tricks. And then let's see. So then I was going to make this message and say, you know, this is what you guys can do if you're like me and you can't contact your spirit guides in dreams or something. But then I was led to this video right before I went to sleep, and it was annoying to me because the guy kept talking louder, and I was really tired, and so I would turn the volume down, but then he would like get excited and speak up. But I felt the need to watch it anyways, in case there was something he said about like how you know your angels are communicating with you. If he mentions, I felt like maybe he was going to mention something that I would resonate with. And he did. He said that sometimes you meet your guides in dreams. The only thing is, they are not always, like, you don't recognize them. He said, like, it's not always going to be an Indian saying, hey, I'm your guide. Sometimes it's just a character in your dream, somebody you know, or a random person, and they say something that you realize has to do with your life. So in my dream, I was walking on a dock, and I got distracted and fell in the water in my clothes. And I ended up grabbing onto a boat where two women were, and the water was really dark and murky, and there was like slimy snake things in there that I was worried about getting me. So, and it was really cold. So I was trying to grab onto this boat that there were two women in. And I was like, can I get in here with you? But the boat itself was like, the end of the boat was already sinking. So by the time I got out, I felt my arms. I could remember in my dream, I have very vivid dreams. So I could remember in my dreams, my arms were really cold. And one of the ladies that was in the boat, she came up to me and she grabbed my cold arms and she put them around herself and said, we can help you now because you fit in. And I was in my head, in my dream, in my head, I said, I fit in. Why? Because I'm spiritual now. And, you know, that was it. I remember walking away and my arms were warm after that with her. So what I have realized is I've been asking for help because I'm in a transition period. I went through one of those as if I had Moldavite, but I don't. So I lost my job. I lost my relationship. I lost a lot. So I'm transitioning jobs. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do yet. But so yeah, I've been asking for help and learning how to manifest. And I believe what was being said, why I believe that was my spirit guide. So she was saying, we can help you now that you fit, because you fit in. And what she was meaning was, I understand how the spirit world works now, so that they can help me, give me clues to do things the right way. As before, I didn't believe in this stuff and I didn't know this stuff. So it was a really good sign. So she's saying I'm basically part of the spirit world now. I understand the spirit world. That's why she's saying we can help you now. You fit in. So that was really cool. And also I wanted to mention before I go is I did get a message, and it's not the first, a long time ago, like a year or so ago, I also got a message like this saying about like I was wrongfully hung. So I do want to mention that when you do these ghost ops, a good thing for you to do is to ground yourself, clear out your negative energy, and then wrap yourself in golden light. This is what I do, and you can do it really fast. So use your visual mind to put yourself on the grass, and then a chain comes from the center of the earth, a golden chain, and wraps around your body. And then try to jump like 3 times, and you'll see you're completely stuck to the earth, so you're grounded. And then while the chain's still on you, you have a golden waterfall coming from the center of the earth up through your body, taking out everything negative that you no longer need out of your mouth and into the center of the earth. Or you could do it out of your crown chakra and into the center of the earth. And then you imagine the chain lets you like fall over and be wrapped in a bubble of golden light. So you are just, you're very safe. And that would be what you would do. You do all that, and then you do the app. So I did try to connect with the spirit and tell him, I'm sure that was a long time ago. We don't hang people anymore. You can go to the light, and where you'll get to take a waterfall shower of love and light, and it'll make you feel a lot better. So yeah, that's pretty cool because you can connect. And I did have proof that angels are real, as I'm someone who has never had any kind of proof like that, and I actually didn't think I ever would, but I did. So have a good day.